Okay, welcome everybody. My name is Chandra Easton. This is our Tuesday night regular class, and I'm here every Tuesday. But I want to make sure to tell you that we will not be meeting. You can imagine we're not going to meet on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. This class falls on both of those eves, unfortunately. So we have to take a 2-week break. And then we'll come back the following week, which I think is January 7th. So we have tonight, next week we'll be here, and then not those 2 holidays, of course. Okay. So tonight what my plan is to chant and meditate a lot. I think it's nice every once in a while to do a longer sit. So we'll do that after we chant. And then we'll chant again at the end. So it'll be like a meditation sandwich with chant bread on either side. Singing kirtan style on either side. Welcome. And so, maybe I won't overly overshare the plan. It'll be a little bit of a surprise. You have your handout. So how many people are new for the first time in this class tonight? Welcome. So you've got a handout, you've got a chant sheet and the lojong sheet. So the chant sheet, I'll ask you to pull out. And what we do at the beginning of every class is the 2 first prayers. We repeat it for a while. Oh, love that. Thank you. Yes, beautiful Sanghaya. Big Heart City meditation. I love that. Vinny.
Matt Red Silver was there on Friday.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah.
He's really good.
Yeah, he's great. Great. Are all of you guys East Bay people, except for maybe, is everybody from the East Bay? You're not you, you're in Point Reyes. But everybody else is East Bay? Nice. Okay, great. Well, so we'll do the first chant to Narayani 3 times, and then we'll do the Ganesha invocation 3 times. And the translation is there beneath each prayer. So I'll let you read that to yourself. We've, over the weeks, taught it and learned it. Sometimes I'll break it down, sometimes I won't. So, and then we'll do the Ganesha mantra at the end of the Ganesh invocation. The Ganesh mantra is not on there. It's quite simple and short. I'll teach it to you now. It goes Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. You can repeat after me. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Good. The Ganapataye, the N has a dot under it if you were to read it, and that signifies turning the tongue back and placing it up on the roof of the mouth. Ganapataye. Gana means categories. So Ganesha is said to be the god, the deity or the god of categories, which is interesting. It's like he is said to sort of pervade our perception. So the categories of our consciousness, of our perceptions. But he's also the remover of obstacles. In particular, the remover of obstacles to liberation, but also to learning. How's the volume? Is it good? Can you hear me? Okay. So the Lord of categories, Ganesha, but also in practice, he's prayed to at the beginning of any learning endeavor. So it's a wonderful mantra to say. I chant his mantra whenever I feel like I need obstacles to be removed. So you can implement this mantra in your life as well. He's the elephant-headed deity in Hinduism. But he's also honored in Tantric Buddhism as well, particularly in Nawari traditions, Nawari, Nepali Vajrayana, Tantric Buddhist traditions honor him, pray to him. Usually he's shown dancing, so dancing Ganesh, red in color, in Tantric Buddhism, very interesting. And then Narayani, of course, she's the goddess of very much linked to Tara in Buddhism. So this first chant is to Narayani. And she also protects beings from suffering, from danger, from fear, and helps to bless our path to liberation as well. So a lot of these things are needed right now in our own life and in the world. So of course, meditation has its function in terms of our own path. Prayer, mantra has its own internal alchemy that it incites within the individual, but it's also a way for us to take the sorrow, the fear, the sadness, the despair that we may face in life or witnessing what's happening out there around us and the overwhelm around that. We can channel those feelings through our practice. And I find that reciting prayers like these in a meditative way, or singing or chanting mantra, can be one way to, in a sense, channel the energy that would normally just maybe eddy or cause us to despair and get stuck towards greater compassion, greater understanding, a greater sense of purpose, and then dedicate that for the welfare of others. Do we know if prayer really helps? There have been studies that show that prayer does help people, things out there, but we don't, and we might not ever really know, but we do it anyway. We let go. Like Arjuna in the battle in the Mahabharata of Krishna saying, you need to act, you need to shoot that arrow, and then release any attachment onto the outcome of your action once you release that arrow. So that's also the feeling of the prayer. We can pray for peace, we can pray for protection for beings in war-torn areas, and so on, but then we let go of the prayer and we let it do its thing. Okay, so I also want to teach you a pranayama, a breathing exercise tonight. So we'll chant for a little bit, and then I'm going to teach you a yogic form of breathing from the Tibetan yoga tradition as well, that is commonly done at the beginning of meditation practice. So it's something I've been wanting to share with you for a while, and I feel like tonight is a good night. Okay, so let's take a moment to close our eyes and take some deep breaths. We all come with so many different kind of momentums behind us, moving through us. And now here we are together in a place of stillness. So take some breaths and really allow yourself to feel what you've brought in with you, what's here right now. And with each breath, allow more space for that to be here, to be welcomed. And before any practice or learning, we arouse what's called bodhicitta, heartfelt motivation, to engage in these practices for the benefit of all beings. That includes ourselves, but it's not only for ourselves. Recognizing the interdependence of all of us, and that my liberation is tied up in your liberation. May we practice and realize these teachings for the benefit of all beings. And in that prayer of bodhicitta, aspiration to awaken for the benefit of all, we also acknowledge our spiritual ancestry, our teachers, give thanks and gratitude, acknowledge our blood, ancestry, given us life, give thanks and gratitude. And acknowledging the land that we're on, this Janaloni land, situating ourselves in this time and place, this sacred mandala that you are in and that you hold within you. And give thanks and gratitude to those who have stewarded the land and waterways and still continue to do so despite immense challenges today. And now we'll invoke Narayani. So I'll say the first line and you can repeat after me. We'll do that line by line and then we'll do it together. Sharanagata dinartha, Sharanagata dinartha, Paritrana parayane, Paritrana parayane, Sarvasyarti Hare Devi, Sarvasyarti Hare Devi, Narayani Namostute, Narayani Namostute, Sharanagata Dinartha, Paritrana Parayane, Sarvasyarti Hare Devi, Narayani Namostute, Sharanagata Dinartha, Paritrana Parayane, Sarvasyarti Hare Devi, Narayani Namostute, Sharanagata Dinartha, Paritrana Parayane, Sarvasyarti Hare Devi, Narayani Namostute. In the same way, I'll say the first line of the Ganesh invocation and you can repeat line by line and then we'll do it together for a while. And then we'll flow right into the Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha and invoking Ganesha's blessings. Vakratunda Mahakaya, Vakratunda Mahakaya, Surya Koti Samaprabha, Surya Koti Samaprabha, Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva, Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva, Sarvakaryeshu Sarvadha, Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada, Vakratunda Mahakaya, Surya Koti Samaprabha, Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva, Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada, Vakratunda Mahakaya, Surya Koti Samaprabha, Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva, Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada, Vakratunda Mahakaya, Surya Koti Samaprabha, Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva, Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada, Vakratunda Mahakaya, Surya Koti Samaprabha, Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva, Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada, Vakratunda Mahakaya, Surya Koti Samaprabha, Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva, sarvakaryeshu sarvada, vakratunda mahakaya, suryakoti samaprabha, nirvignam kuru me deva, sarvakaryeshu sarvada, vakratunda mahakaya, suryakoti samaprabha, nirvignam kuru me deva, sarvakaryeshu sarvada, vakratunda mahakaya, suryakoti samaprabha, nirvignam kuru me deva, sarvakaryeshu sarvada. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. 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 Okay. Now we're going to do some breathing before the sit. And so this mindful purification breath is a common practice that is done before any meditation. Particularly, it's done first thing in the morning because it expels the stagnant air. It's called the threefold breath that expels the stagnant air. And the understanding is that it's sort of twofold. When we sleep at night, we might not, we probably don't exhale completely. And so in a yogic perspective, it's said that we may retain some stagnant air, especially within the base, the bottom part of the lungs. And so this breath helps to clear stagnant breath within the lungs and invigorate us And it helps to sort of wake us up for meditation. It's very kind of uplifting practice. On another level, it also serves to, in a sense, purify the subtle body through the channels. So from the yogic perspective, both within the Hatha tradition of Hindu yoga, but also the Tibetan style of yoga, there's the understanding of the subtle body with the channels that run through the body, and then the prana that runs within those channels. And so meditation, mantra recitation, pranayama, these practices help to balance the prana and even it out so that it in turn evens out and balances, calms the mind. So the understanding is that the mind rides the prana, that they're interlinked. When the prana is erratic and out of balance, the mind is erratic and out of balance. So this practice also helps to balance the prana, cleanse the three main nadis in the body. Nadi is the Sanskrit word for channel. And so we have, they say 72,000 channels in the body. But of those, 3 are most important. And of those 3, there's one that is most important. So they did us a favor and whittled it down. So the 3 are the central channel and then the 2 side channels. So I'll teach you a little bit about that before we do the breath. So the central channel is said to be about the circumference of your thumb. So depending on how big your thumb is, that is the circumference of the central channel. And it begins at the base of the spine, right near the perineum, in like with a bulb shape. And it runs up along the central axis of your body right in front of the spinal column. And it terminates in the crown chakra. Some say 1,000 petaled lotus is there. Others say it's 32 petals. Depends on the tradition. In any case, you can feel that it blooms, that it blossoms right within the cranium, this crown chakra. Then the 2 side channels grow out of the central channel, 2 finger widths below your navel and in is where the 2 side channels sort of scoop out of the central channel like a J shape and then travel up parallel to the central channel. And unlike the central channel that goes all the way up and blooms at the crown, these 2 side channels come up, curve around the inside of the skull, and then terminate at their respective nostrils. So they run parallel and up and then terminate at the nostrils. So we can affect them by modulating the nostrils. The 2 side channels are said to be the circumference of the pinky. Okay, so the central channel is a little thicker than the side channels. And the 2 side channels are associated with the solar and the lunar energy within the body. As long as the prana is running in those 2 side channels, it's said we're going to, in duality, the subject-object duality, black, white, day, night, good, bad, all of that is more operating there. And then when the prana is centralized in the central channel, that's when we experience the non-dual state, samadhi. So we can come at this experience of non-duality and samadhi, which means meditative absorption, single-pointed, meditative absorption, bliss, emptiness, unified, through kind of more of a mental level through meditation or through a yogic level, through working with the prana in the body and coaxing the karmic winds that exist within the outer channels that run throughout the whole body and the 2 side channels, coaxing those karmic winds into the central channel. It's called the wisdom wind. It's like purifying them into their essence, into the central channel. And that's when we experience a non-dual state. There's a saying that says, enlightenment doesn't occur during the day or night. Enlightenment doesn't occur during the day or night. What does that mean? Well, it's code. It's code language. They call it the twilight language. It's called Sandhi. It's twilight language that's supposed to be unpacked by a teacher to the student so that just anybody doesn't understand. It's a common thing in Tantra. And so enlightenment doesn't occur during the day or night means that we don't achieve liberation or, reach non-dual samadhi, Buddhahood, as long as the prana is cycling through the solar and lunar channels, the two side channels. So through yogic practices, through visualization and breath work and postures, we can coax the prana into the central channel. So the right channel is white, and it symbolizes when the prana is out of balance or toxic, it symbolizes the poison of aversion, hatred, anger. So we're purifying that out of the channel when we expel the breath. The left channel is red, and it symbolizes, it holds within it, when it's out of balance, desire, attachment, craving, clinging. One of the other core poisons within Buddhism. So by breathing out and by doing this pranayama, we're purifying ourselves of that. The central channel is the sky blue. And when it's out of balance, when the prana is not flowing in a good way and it's out of balance, it holds within it the poison of ignorance, maripa, the core poison, the core delusion that gives rise to all the others. Yeah, these are called the three main poisons in Buddhism. You've learned this already. So now you can see it mapped on the body through the yogic understanding. So through this breath, we're also purifying that. Okay. So if you were to dissect the body, you wouldn't see these channels. It's energy. It's energy. So let's go ahead and do this practice now. So you want to have the spine sitting upright. So if you're sitting in a chair, that's fine. If you're sitting on the floor, that's good. You just want to make sure that the chest is lifted, like in normal meditation. If you can take Padmasana, then do that. If not, don't worry about it. Just take a comfortable cross-legged position and make sure the hips are higher than the knees so that the S curve of the spine can do its natural thing and support you. If you need more height under the hips, you can do that. Okay. If you're in a chair, your feet are just flat on the floor and you're sitting up nice and tall. You can even sit a little bit more forward on the edge of your chair. Sit more forward on the edge of your chair, everybody, please, when you're in a chair. And let that tilt the pelvis forward slightly, just like we get the effect when we're sitting on a cushion on the floor. That's it. Good. Good. Okay. So the first move I'll show you. We inhale. I'll just show you. Don't do it. Inhale, arms up, stretching up through the spine. Exhale, bringing heaven to earth. That's the mood. As you're exhaling, you press the thumb at the root of the ring fingers and then make what's called a Vajra fist. Vajra fist. Yeah. So these two fingers are slightly curled, but they're more open. So I'm exhaling, I'm making the Vajra fist, and then I bring the back of my fist to the crease of the hips. And I straighten the elbows. Yeah. So depending on your proportions in your body, you might be able to do this, you might not. Don't sweat it. You can also bend the elbows if you need to. Or another option, if you can't straighten the elbows, is to slide the hands down towards the knees and keep the arms straight. Okay? In either case, if you're here, it's okay to have the shoulders up. The chest is open, the shoulders are back, but they're up around the ears. Yeah. So let's try that together. We start the hands on the thighs. That's all. Inhale and exhale together. And inhale the arms up. Good. Exhale, bringing heaven to earth. Make Vajra fists. Place the back of the hands, the crease of the hips. Sit up nice and tall. Good. Very nice. Good. Okay. And then relax. I'll show you the next move. So from here, just watch. The left arm comes up. The palm is up. And then you circle out. And you kind of shoot the wrist. See, I'm going like that. So from here, inhale. And then shoot the wrist. And then draw the shoulder back. So it's like you're putting it into place. And then the palm comes towards you, circle, place the finger at the left nostril, the index, and we'll exhale through the nose. Take 3 breaths like this. So let's all try it together. Some of you already started, some didn't. Okay, so from here, inhale, the left arm up, palm up, and then circle and out, shoot it, and then draw back. Good. And then bring the hand towards you, a little circle, so you bring it back. Now the elbow is parallel. Exhale. Elbows parallel to the floor. Palm is forward. Good. Inhale. Each time you exhale, you imagine that you're blowing smoky vapor out through the right nostril, cleansing that right channel. Aversion, anger, hatred, negativity. One more time. Inhale. Good. Now this third exhalation, it's slow and then a push and then a slow ending. So it tapers like that. Good. Then you release the hand down. Same thing right side. Inhale. Arm comes forward. Circle. Shoot it. And then draw the shoulder back. Then, I always do that. Okay, so shoot it back, palm up, and then draw towards you, little circle. Place it, exhale. Smoky vapor, more of a red smoke coming out, desire, attachment. Inhale. With each inhalation, we can imagine we're inhaling rainbow light, filling every cell of your body. Exhale again. Good. Elbows parallel to the floor, palm forward. Last inhale. Now this is a strong exhalation. It starts slow, then big, and then ends slow, like a tapering, releasing down. Good. Now just follow along with me. Inhale, same thing, but with both arms, same time. Forward, towards you, and then shoot out. Yeah. And then drop back. And now simply bring the back of the palms to the hips again. And then exhale. So all of this, let's start this again. This is all happening on an inhalation. So let's do it again. Exhale together. This is the last move. We inhale. Shoot back. And then here. Now exhale. Smoky blue, cleansing ignorance, delusion, confusion. Inhale, rainbow light. Exhale again. It's a little clearer each breath, freer of ignorance. Inhale, rainbow light. Now a bigger breath. So you start slow, then stronger, and then end with the taper, slower. And inhale, release the hands. Exhale, palms down. And rest. Rest in wisdom prana. Good. So we're going to run through it one more time. There's something I'd like to say about the inhalation. I mentioned it already. when we inhale, each time we can imagine that we're inhaling rainbow-colored light. That rainbow light symbolizes the purified essence of the 5 elements. So we're breathing that in, and it's filling and replenishing and purifying our body. So you can feel it coming into every cell of your body. In Tantric Buddhism, the rainbow lights also symbolize wisdom, various wisdom expressions of the nature of mind. So it's a little bit more than I want to go into right now. But just suffice it to say, you're inhaling rainbow light. It's really good stuff. It's really replenishing and invigorating. The exhalation is the purifying, it's the letting go. Okay? Any questions before we do it again? We're going to do it, and then we're going to go right into meditation. Okay? So any questions, comments? Sometimes we just learn by doing, so you probably have a lot of questions. Or maybe not. Okay. All right. So, sitting up nice and tall. Let's exhale together. The eyes can be open or closed, but because you're learning, you should sort of be gazing up at me to keep the pace and the movement with me, okay? Now, when you're ready, let's inhale, raise the arms up, stretch up through the spine. Exhale, bring heaven to earth, make Vajra fists, bring the hands down. That's all in the out breath. And inhale, left arm. Rainbow light filling the body. Shoot, draw back, come to the face. Exhale, right nostril. Inhale. Rainbow light. Exhale, clearing that right channel of aggression, aversion, anger. Inhale again. This time a stronger breath. Exhale, slow, big, slow. It's like you're shooting an arrow out through the nose. Release the hand down. Inhale, right arm up. Rainbow light filling you. Shoot, draw back. Coming in, then exhale through the left. Good. Desire, craving. Inhale, rainbow body, rainbow light. Exhale. Red smoky vapor. It's a little clearer with this breath. Leaving the left channel. Inhale, rainbow light. And last breath, shooting that arrow. Cleansing the lungs. Bring the hand down. And inhale, rainbow light. Shoot. Draw back. Then bring the hands back to the hips. Inhale. Exhale. You were, sorry, you're supposed to exhale right away. Inhale. Rainbow light. Exhale, clearing that central channel, delusion, ignorance. Inhale, rainbow light. Exhale, shoot that arrow. Completely cleansing the central channel. And inhale, lift the hands. Exhale, place the palms down on the thighs. And we'll enter into our stillness. Take a moment if you need to shift your position, make it more comfortable. And feel the after effect, the afterglow of the pranayama. And let yourself rest in wisdom prana. Release any control of the breath. Now we're shifting into a different phase of relationship with the breath. The mindfulness of the breath means that we're not controlling it at all. So let it be natural, like a sleeping baby. Rise and fall of the belly at its natural rhythm. The Buddha instructed us to practice in this way. If you're breathing in short, be aware I'm breathing in short. If you're breathing out short, be aware I'm breathing out short. If you're breathing in long, be aware breathing in long. If you're breathing out long, be aware breathing out long. Simply attend to the sensations of the in and the outflow of the breath throughout the full cycle of the breath in the body. Sensations as the breath moves in through the nose, down the throat, filling the lungs, the belly. This feeling, tactile sensations of the breath in the body in this moment. Mindfulness of the breath means that we're not mindful of the thoughts, fixating, reifying thoughts, feelings. We notice and let go. Return to the breath. It's your central anchor. Feeling of relaxation, spaciousness wash through you, wash over you. Releasing tension, breath by breath. The tongue is resting at the upper palate, the root of the top front teeth. Relax the jaw. Relax the forehead. The lips can be slightly parted, just big enough for a grain of barley to be fit between the lips. Shoulders relaxed away from the ears. Arms relaxed. Belly receiving the breath, but not controlled, not held. Essentially, meditation is releasing fixation, releasing grasping onto thoughts. As soon as they arise within the sky of your awareness, notice and release and come back to the body and the breath. Releasing and settling the body in its natural state. It's a state of stillness, ease, relaxation. Aligned with gravity so that the muscles do not need to hold you up. Find your plumb line and then soften the frame. Settling the body in its natural state like a mountain, at ease within itself. Still. And the stillness helps the mind to be still. The stillness helps the prana to slow down, to be still. And this equilibrium influences the mind. But it's not a stiff, controlled stillness. If you look closely at a mountain, the trees are swaying. There's movement as the wind passes over the land. There's movement of the waters. It's not a stiff stillness. Let yourself be natural, at ease. And if you absolutely have to move, do it with mindfulness. But we try not to move. Releasing tension with the out-breath. Settle the body in its natural state. And settling the speech in its natural state means to rest in silence. That also means to let the breath be natural, unforced, uncontrolled. That rest in silence like a lute with its strings cut. And settling the mind in its natural state. The third of these three doors of the body, the speech, and the mind, will shift into an open-eyed practice. If the eyes are closed, gently open them, gazing at a comfortable angle, downward towards the floor, past the tip of the nose. The eyes are open, but you're not grasping or fixating on the visual field. You can be aware of it. But don't let it pull you out. Stay within this domain of the mind itself becoming the object of your attention. The breath is still there, but Mindfulness of the breath shifts to mindfulness of the mind. As if you were gazing into the domain of the mind. Thoughts, feelings, impressions, memories arise, and they naturally liberate of their own accord when we don't grasp onto them. This is an undoing approach to meditation instead of a doing. Undoing is allowing the thoughts, feelings to naturally liberate. Like a snake tied in knots around itself, all it needs to do is relax, release, and it will unwind. Release with relaxation, settle the mind in its natural state. Limpid, clear, wakeful, stabilize the experience of resting in awareness. Thoughts naturally liberate of their own accord when we don't fuel them. Release grasping and return to resting in awareness, like space. Relax the muscles behind and around the eyes. Feel free to blink if you need to. Then open the eyes again and let them rest. If you absolutely need to close the eyes, that's fine. See if you can try to meditate with the eyes open for a bit. Soften the gaze. Let the eyes be like limpid pools of water. As we settle the mind in its natural state, we return to the luminous, clear, cognizant mind itself. We're no longer pulled and controlled by the whims, the thoughts, the habits, the same old reruns. in this practice, thoughts are not the problem. They're just natural, creative displays of the ground awareness. Let them naturally liberate of their own accord and rest in awareness, your natural state. Just rest. From time to time, checking in on yourself through introspection. How is the quality of my mindfulness? If you've drifted into a dull lethargy, a sinking feeling, it's called jingwa. It's a pitfall of shamatha. And brighten the internal atmosphere by maybe lifting the gaze, taking a deep breath, sitting up straighter, turning up the dial of luminosity. Or if you're lost in neuroses, distraction, fantasy, it's called guba, excitation, the other pitfall of shamatha. Relax more deeply. Release with the exhalation. And soothe yourself into a more balanced, not too tight, not too loose, middle way of shamatha, quiescence. Settle the mind in its natural state, free of grasping, free of distraction. When awareness is stabilized, then introduce the looking inward, vipashyana. Turn awareness to look at awareness. Who is meditating? Who is releasing? Who is concentrating the mind? Look and then release. Even though you don't find anything called the mind with a shape, a color, a location per se, yet there is an awareness. There's a knowing, a cognizance. Recognize that and expand into it. Turn and look. Not finding a thing called the mind. Release and rest in the experience. Soaked in awareness. You may even identify rigpa. Awareness, mind itself. ground of being, the alaya, the nature of your own mind. And we cease the projections through the sense doors. We let the mind settle in its natural state. We have a glimpse of the ground of being. Allow the eyes to close. Let yourself rest and feel. Allow the eyes to close and let yourself rest, feeling the non-dual space beyond inner and outer. Let go of any technique. Just rest in non-meditation. Now let's come back together. Feel free to stretch your legs, stretch your back, whatever you need to do. You can stand up if you need to do a forward fold, release, do a squat, whatever you need to do to attend to your body. I get my one-man band set up.
Battery 90%. I found.
We're going to do the second one. It's a chant to the Buddha Amitabhaya, Amitabha. Amitabhaya means to Amitabha. So the ya at the end means to. So it's like we're paying homage, Namo, to Amitabha. Om Namo Amitabhaya. Say it with me. Om Namo Amitabhaya. Then Buddhaya, Dharmaya, Sanghaya. Buddhaya, Dharmaya, Sanghaya. Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, the three jewels. And oh my God, does Buddha not have two Ds? I'm having a hard day today. It looks wrong to me. I can't believe it. Anyway, I will not make excuses, but I have them. Anyway, Buddhaya, Dharmaya, Sanghaya, the three jewels of Buddha, the historical Buddha, Dharma, his teaching, Sangha, the community of like-minded practitioners. So Amitabha is a beautiful figure, a Buddha of the Padma family of love, compassion. So I'll sing the beginning, and then you can repeat after me, and then we'll do it. And just join in. I hope the mic is working. The mic is on. And I need to change the setting. It's on. Oh, that's so cool. This is amazing, isn't it? Who needs a tablet player? I got my phone. Om Namo Amitabhaya. Buddhaya, Dharmaya, Okay, start off good and then. Om Namo Amitabhaya. Buddhaya, Dharmaya, Sanghaya. Repeat after me. Om Namo Amitabhaya. Buddhaya, Dharmaya, Sanghaya. Good, let's do this again. Om Namo Amitabhaya. Buddhaya, Dharmaya, Sanghaya. Good, let's sing together. Om Namo Amitabhaya. Buddhaya, Dharmaya, Sanghaya. Om Namo Amitabhaya. Buddhaya, Dharmaya, Sanghaya. Next part. Listen. Om Namo Namo Amitabhaya. Now sing with me. Om Namo Amitabhaya. Buddhaya, Dharmaya, Sanghaya. Good. Om Namo Amitabhaya, Buddhaya, Dharmaya, Sanghaya. Om Namo Amitabhaya, Buddhaya, Dharmaya, Sanghaya. Next part. Om Namo 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 Amitabhaya. Om Namo 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 Amitabhaya, Buddhaya, Dharmaya, Sanghaya. Om 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 Namo 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 Amitabhaya. Om Namo 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 Amitabhaya, Buddhaya, Dharmaya, Sanghaya. Om 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 Namo Amitabhaya, Buddhaya, Dharmaya, Sanghaya. Next mantra is to Narayana, the male counterpart to Narayana, who we pray to every Tuesday. And so, again, Om Namo Narayanaya. So, Om, I pay homage to Narayana. This will be our last one, and then we'll close. This one also has two parts. It's a lot simpler in a way. So it goes, listen once and then do it once, and then I'll start the tabla. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. That's part one. Sing with me. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. Good. The second part, it just goes a little higher. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. Sing with me. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. Good. Okay. Let's go. Pajani. Om Namo Narayana. 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 And let's close by dedicating any positive energy, any merit that's been cultivated through our practice together for the benefit of all beings, like a drop of water releasing into the vast ocean of positive energy, of merit. May it become limitless as we release it. The next two soundings of the bell, imagine these prayers going out to all beings in all directions. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for your practice. May you be well. May you enjoy the rest of your evening and your week. I'll be back here next week. Feel free to have some tea and make some new friends, build Sangha. This is definitely a Sangha forward community. And it's a wonderful place with so many interesting things going on. And of course, we always need volunteers too. So if you have time and you'd like to build community and meet some new fun people, then you could also participate in the Olympic as a volunteer, just like Star. Yeah. So thank you, everybody, and I hope to see you again. If you'd like to come up and introduce yourself, especially the new folks, I like to meet the new people. Come up and introduce yourself. Or if you have a question, I'll stay here as well for that. Thank you. Good to be with you all tonight. Take care.
Come on.
Nice to meet you. Hi, you looked familiar.
I look forward to it every time. Last time was something dream related and I had such a good dreams that night.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm still a bit tentative about what's going to happen when I go to sleep.
Channel with chants.
Yeah, it will be doing their work on their own, so I appreciate